not mute. So last night I was 17 minutes into my podcast, and I noticed we were mute. I was mute, and I was so devastated because I felt like I had things rolling pretty good last night, and sadly I wasn't able to finish it out. So we're gonna try again tonight. It is Wednesday night. It is very cold in the state of Nebraska. It is what people could say it is Thanksgiving Eve, and I really hope you guys get to enjoy your festivities tomorrow with your families and friends. I'm just going to repeat what I was going to say yesterday, and then add one news story from today that I feel like is pretty major. We'll get to that later. Yesterday in the White House, Trump pardoned 2 turkeys for Thanksgiving as a tradition in the United States of America. The turkeys' names are Gobble and Waddle. And I think it was Gobble. It was a pretty big turkey. I was like, whoa! I didn't think turkeys would be that big, but of course, the only little turkeys I've seen are probably around Omaha. There's really don't see turkeys around here in Fremont, so it's not really, didn't really make turkeys, but we really don't see a lot of them around here. But man, the turkeys they brought in yesterday, my goodness, they were big. And during Trump's thing yesterday, he was going to make a joke about J.D. Pritzker, who's the governor of Illinois, and it was going to be about his weight, and a lot of people were saying, man, really a lot of people weren't saying anything, but you just had to think, let's move this Trump in yesterday, just to make fun of people's weight. But yeah, it's really funny. I love Trump that way. And then, he wanted to point to the turkeys if their names were Nancy and Chuck. So, again, this is another funny moment. Trump is able to make fun of other politicians. I just love that about him. He is a very unique politician. I really don't call him a politician. He is the president of the United States, and he does politics right now, but I really don't call him a politician. He does political stuff, but he is more of a comedian, a businessman comedian. He treats the United States as a business, and it's very awesome how we are seeing this develop. And I mean, you could say Trump has a really big ego, or personality, or both. Sorry. And it's really fun just watching him and get to experience Donald Trump as president of the United States in this timeline. It's really awesome, really awesome. And a lot of people in. I'll get to the subject later, actually, so I'm not going to say what I was going to say. But yeah, moving on to the next subject here. Teacher gets her job back after Charlie Kirk assassination after she called him a piece of garbage. Now, a lot of people could say, well, this is freedom of speech, or the way I see it is that, basically, I compared this yesterday in my Mute podcast. I compared this to Kyle Larson, him saying a word that we should not say, and people would be saying that's not really comparable. One person said something about color of the person's skin, and someone else someone basically told someone who got assassinated that they're a piece of garbage. And here's where what I'm going to say. Kyle Larson was suspended indefinitely from NASCAR from April to December, basically. So that's April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's 9 months in total. That's basically well over half a year. And obviously he did learn from his mistakes. He grew as a person, and he is winning all the time. That's what that counts right now, that he is a better person out of this. And that's why I'm comparing this. This person was only suspended for 2 months, roughly, after her comments. And, and I said, hopefully, they learned your consequences, and they watch your mouth next time. And a lot of people who are going to be seeing this video, or seeing this or listening to this podcast, let me hear your thoughts. KraigCritishShow2025@gmail.com. Email me anytime, anywhere. If you guys email me during Thanksgiving, I'll happily read. I'll happily read them, and I'll give my reaction on Friday. I'll be doing a podcast on Friday as well. But I really compare these two, not based on these circumcises or what they did, but how they go after. What's the aftermath? How, when they get back, what changed in them? Did they do anything important to get that job back? Kyle Larson went beyond what he has done. I don't know about this person who got his teaching job back. So that's where my concern is right now. Did they learn from their consequences, or are they going to do this again? And it's going to be the same story again. And that's what I'm trying to get to. Did they learn from their or did they learn about their consequences of saying stuff? That's my question. And hopefully this doesn't get blown out of proportion about comparing someone who said something to this, but hopefully a lot of you understand what I'm saying. Because, if I said something very stupid like that, obviously I would be, I'm that type of person too, I would be very, very devastated for the people who I affected, but also I'd be devastated for myself, for putting myself in that situation to get fired, to get suspended, to basically get everything. Get every punishment I can think of. That's where I stand. I'm the type of person, and I'm very glad to be the type of person who could guilt trip himself for something he didn't do. That sounds weird, but that's the person I am. And, hopefully this teacher did the same thing. It's going to come out stronger, well more knowledge on what she's going to say. I pray for that. I really do pray for that. And if not, then fire her. She shouldn't be back in the job if she does it again. Anyways. I can talk about prices of gas because they went up a little bit. I think they went up like 10 cents. So I'm not going to touch base on that today. But we got some little more serious topic to talk about today. So around 2 p.m. Central Time, I was listening to KFAB. Fox News came on saying that 2 National Guard troopers were shot in like a mile away from the White House. I heard reports that the troopers passed away. I heard that they're still in critical condition. So it's really unknown. I really don't know what the update is on them. But I know one thing is that I do. I'll pray for the 2 men, their family members, their friends, basically every loved one, a part of their family, their coworkers or their buddies, coworkers, everyone who knew them. I really pray for them, and it's going to be a really challenging Thanksgiving for them. And it's really complicated because it's the day before Thanksgiving. Why would anyone do this? I mean, it's sad. And people are trying to politicalize it, and really, there's nothing to politicalize here. I feel bad for the families who probably won't be having a father, a husband, a brothers, in their household. It's really devastating, and again, I really don't like people politicalizing this. Charlie Kirk's assassination. I mean, I did politicalize it when it was coming out. He was a left-leaning lunatic, to say the least. But this is just people are saying he's an alien. And I do believe them. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do believe they might be an alien and might be a Democrat, but this is something we should not politicalize at any moment of the day. We should be better than this to politicalize something like this. Way better, and I should be better to not politicalize the assassination of Charlie Kirk or the ICE shooting in Texas. And it's just really sucks that we have driven ourselves into this way where we do politicalize a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of people in the middle that's gonna be saying someday, we don't like this. We don't want to rely on basically really hard extremist parties that don't like each other. We want I've been saying this for a little bit now. I want the United States of America to be reunited again, because we are the United States of America, and I'm very devastated that this had happened today and people are politicalizing it. I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed in all of us. Republican, Democrat, Independent, for politicalizing this. So, I really want all of us going over our families this weekend, not to talk about politics, be there for one each other, and support everyone, basically, because you never know what's going to happen when some crazy person goes into a building and shoots up a place. You never know if it's going to be your last day or you survive another day. You never know. And I'm not trying to make this dark, but I just want everyone to be thankful for that God gave us the opportunity to live our lives. He died for our sins. He came back. And I want everyone, every single one of us, to pray for those two strong men who got shot today in Washington, D.C. I want us to pray for our country to be reunited again, where we can talk to each other again like normal civilized people. I pray that we can enjoy time with each other and learn about each other. There's a lot of good people out there. I really do believe that we have a lot of good people out here. I really most people are good. And today is another example why it's proven wrong that most people are not good. But I believe most people are good. I also always believe that no matter what entity or category they fit in, basically. I really don't care about that. That's not something I'm really worried about. What I'm worried about is if you're a decent human being who treats others with respect, courtesy, and everything and beyond. And I really, really do hope that we get closer to reuniting America again, to talk to each other, to play games with each other. I mean, I have a bunch of Democrat friends, and we talk about politics, and we're still friends. One of my family members is Democrat, and I still talk to her to this day. We still go out and do stuff together. That's because that shows you what type of person you are. You can still talk about stuff, obviously. I mean, I'm not saying that, but it's only minor things. Politics is really minor. I mean, they do affect our daily lives in a way, but when you get into the base of it, I mean, does it affect your grocery shopping? I mean, yeah, the prices may go up and down sometimes, but does it tell you to go grocery shopping? No. Does it tell you to buy a house? No. I mean, it wants to help you buy a house, obviously, but it doesn't tell you to buy a house. And I go by this, again, politics should be a minor thing in, family conversations. Obviously, again, you can still talk about them, but they should be very, very minor. Very, very minor. And I listen to them because I want to get into that field. I really want to be here 5 days a week talking about this for 4 hours. And hopefully I can have a co-host some point to help me with that. So, and also I'm hoping that I get more time to make scripts and basically be here for you guys. And some days, like today, it's very challenging to go out here and say stuff like these two brave men who were doing their jobs, protecting this country, protecting our freedoms, to be shot. It's very hard. It's very, very hard. And again, I'm going to end this episode here, episode 15. But I want us to think about this on our Thanksgiving table. If you guys are having turkey, ham, chicken, or whatever you may be having, honestly. I want you guys to think about this. Would you like our country to be back, to be reunited, or do you want this divide to spread apart more and more and more? I want us to think about this. But in the meantime, I want you guys to have a good Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. I really hope you guys have a good one out there. Enjoy your time. Watch some football tomorrow if you're a football fan. Go Kansas City Chiefs. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to that one viewer who always seems like you're in my stream most of the time when I'm recording this. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Subscribe to my podcast. It's on Spotify, iHeart, obviously, and many more platforms that will be on. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.